Welcome back, and today we're gonna talk about the Imaginarium event that is taking place in Pomona. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you guys why this event is underpriced at only $25. This is not the intro that I originally had planned out for this video, but once I went to the event, I was like, wow, all this for 25 bucks? I gotta tell people about it, right? So this video is dropping on Thursday. And this event is still taking place this weekend and next weekend. It's until January 7th, so you still have time to go. And that's the reason why I'm going to talk to you guys about this event being underpriced. So I'm going to show you everything you get to do, everything you get to see for only $25. So let's get started. I actually ended up coming to this event the weekend before Christmas. And that was because I was just slammed with work and I wasn't able to come any sooner. But when I was coming over to the event, there was this car that had a bunch of different Christmas lights wrapped around it. And I thought this was really cool. That person is definitely feeling the Christmas spirit, the Christmas vibe. So that was pretty cool to see. When we got to the Fairplex, the parking here was only $17, you guys. It was a steal because they could have charged $30, $40 and they could have gotten away with it. Because once you're here, you have to pay whatever the parking is. But we got off to a good start by only paying $17 for the parking. We're at the Fairplex, we're ready. Feeling the Christmas spirit right here with the beanie. It lights up. So when we got to the event, we bumped into another car that was feeling the Christmas spirit. And there was a ton of people here, you guys. A lot of people decided to come to this event. And when we were here, we saw grandparents with their kids. We saw aunts, uncles, people from out of town. Definitely a lot of people took advantage of the $25 and they brought their whole family with them. One of the good things about this event was that there was 3 shows that you could see for free. Every show had a different time that it started at, but these were included with your paid admission. The first show was a pirate show, and this was a fun one to watch because they did a couple of things. They did get on the wires, like this guy right here. They also did fight on the ground level, but you have to be close up to see it. So if you have kids, you definitely want to be here on time so that you could get a seat in the front so they can see. They were fighting from the top of the pirate ship, so it was cool to see because a lot of people in the back could see, so that was really good. They also decided to get on this contraption over here that spin them around, and they were jumping and they were doing jumping jacks and all these other things. So this was a fun one to watch. And after the show, it was only $5 to take a picture with the cast. So definitely think it was underpriced. Usually when you go somewhere, they want to charge you more for pictures, but for $5, I thought that was really cool. The second show you could see was this transforming robot car. This is supposed to be Bumblebee from Transformers. And of course, this show also takes place at different times, so you got to come see when the next time the car is going to transform at. Before you watch the show, they are trying to sell you these really cool toys that dance and spin. So they're 20 bucks, and a lot of people were buying them. A lot of people really liked it. This show for me wasn't as exciting because all you see the car do is transform, spin around, and that's pretty much it. I waited like 25 minutes for it. I would have skipped it if I knew what I was gonna watch, but I mean, it was still cool because it was free. It was free with your paid admission, so you really can't complain. But now, the third show that you could see was Circus Acts, and this one was worth it. If you guys come, I definitely recommend. This is the first one you see because this one had a lot in it and it was free. Normally, I feel like this is the type of stuff you would see in the traveling circus that come from town to town. And right here, you're seeing it for free. They had these 2 little girls that did a bunch of acrobatics. I believe one was 8 and one was 10. And I was like, wow, look at them starting at a young age. It was so fun to see them do something that they enjoy. They definitely looked like they were having a ton of fun. There was also this guy that was climbing the chairs, and I was just sitting there and I was like, wow, this was all included for 25 bucks, you guys. You got to see 3 different shows, but for me, this circus show definitely was the one that was worth it. Like, this is the one you want to watch if you come. And the cool thing again was that it was included in the price of admission. Look at this. They're doing this crazy thing where they're in a circle and they're driving motorcycles. They look like they're going like what, 10, 20, 30 miles an hour. And you got to see this for free. So definitely think you got a lot of bang for your buck with this one show. So as soon as we got here, we saw the pirate show. It started at 6:30, so we got here right on time. And then after that, we went to go see the Bumblebee car that transformed. That was pretty interesting. It wasn't what I was expecting, but it was all right. After watching the shows, I went to go do the holiday light walk, and there was a ton to see right here. To get started, one of the cool things was that there was a ton and I'm not playing when I say a ton of Instagram moments that you're gonna see on this trail. You could take a bunch of reels, and one of the cool things that I loved was that everything was spaced out. Like, all these things weren't together, and you didn't have people bunched up trying to take pictures. I really like that everything had a bunch of space in the middle, so you're able to take pictures with different props and there's no people in the way. Some of the props were even empty. Like, look at this one right here. No one was there taking pictures. And the reason why is because, look, if you walk a little bit more ahead, there was another similar display and there was no one there. That was one of the things that I really liked, that there was a ton of different photo opportunities that you could take, and people weren't bunched up. There were some photo opportunities that were more popular than others, but this was a 1.5 mile long walk. But it felt like more because you were stopping to see the signs, the props, the displays, the Christmas lights, and then you would keep walking. So I definitely think that for 25 bucks, this thing was pretty long. Like, you definitely could spend 2-3 hours here, and they had different things for you to see. There was a bunch of influencers here taking pictures, recording video. Look at all the kids having fun. My kids can't walk yet, so I decided to just go in there with the little stroller so they could see. They had this little cool mermaid right here holding a bird, but again, like, it was empty. You could take a bunch of pictures, and that's one thing that I liked. People weren't fighting to take pictures there. Also, they did have someone that would draw you a caricaturist. This guy was charging extra though, because this is something that you pay extra for, but it was definitely cool that they had this as an option, and there was a line for that, so there was demand for someone to draw you. They also had snow machines when you would walk the trail, and a lot of the parents were into it, and especially the kids. This was just soap, but the kids didn't care and they loved it. And it's cool because even though Christmas has passed, it's still worth going to, because if you take a look at some of the props, they don't all have to do with the holidays. Like, this is a dragon who's holding a kid, right? So that's why I say that even though Christmas is over, you still have 2 weekends to go to this event, and it's only 25 bucks, you guys. And there's so many different props, you guys. Like, I recorded maybe 30 minutes or 40 of footage, and I'm only showing you guys about 8. So that just gives you a little idea of all the different places you could take pictures at, like right here with the dragon, over here with this elf. So for 25 bucks, I think it's definitely worth it. So they have a section where it's kind of like a bunch of trees, and this is where they put a bunch of Christmas lights, Christmas ornaments, different animals. And walking through the trail is really cool, but there is a lot of people, so if you're trying to take pictures, you're gonna struggle a little bit, but you will take the picture you want eventually. But it's pretty cool. Right now we're in this little pond right here with a bunch of different mermaids, and the kids are enjoying it. Well, at least one of them is, because she's awake. This was a popular spot in the event. I guess people just like mermaids, and this was a pond, and it had a bunch of mermaids on top, and people just seemed to gravitate to this area. I'm not sure if it was because there was water or there was just some really nice opportunities to take pictures with the mermaids. But one of the cool things was also that you could get up close to the props for that picture perfect moment. Like, no one was telling you, hey, get off them or anything like that. So you definitely were able to play with the angles of the pictures that you wanted. And again, for 25 bucks, you got a lot of space, you guys. They were able to rent out a huge portion of the Fairplex and definitely give people a lot of walking room. So that was really good, because everybody wasn't all bunched up. Of course, there were some more spots that were crowded, right? Like right here, people wanted to take pictures with these flowers, with the props in the back. There was a lot of families here. So this is just normal that people sometimes like something a little bit more than others, right? And some of the photo opportunities didn't even have lines. So over here on the right hand side, there was these 2 swans, and this is a perfect picture for like a couple or a family, right? But no one was even there. And there was a line to take a picture with the angels right here, like that lady. And there was a lot of arches, so you could walk through the arches and film reels, and a lot of people were doing that. Look in front of me, there was a lot of people here doing this. So you definitely got a lot of bang for your buck. You would walk through the displays and feel immersed. I also like that you could freely roam them. Like, look at this. This is like a little park area with grass, and people were walking there. People were with their strollers. The kids were running around and enjoying it. So again, I just want to stress that the event, even though there was a lot of people at the beginning, later on as you walk in there, everything is spaced out and everyone kind of spreads around and takes pictures. And I really like that, you guys. For 25 bucks, you're getting a lot of square footage, you know? Sometimes some events are so small and people are all like bunched up on each other and it feels packed. But not this one. They also had infinity mirror rooms, but unfortunately the lines were long. and they had like 10 of those rooms, but the lines were still packed. Like, this was something that a lot of people wanted to take pictures with, wanted to take videos with. They also had these circles, like the one with the star, the sphere right here, the present, and you could also take a picture in the middle of them, but they just didn't seem to be as popular. Hey, but it was still cool that was included with the admission. They also had a bunch of photo booths with different themes. I believe they had like 10 of them. And as you guys see, there's not a lot of people. Like, people kind of took their picture and moved on. So this was cool that this was included in the price of admission, you guys. And there was one that everyone wanted to take a picture with right here with the throne room. And probably because of Game of Thrones, everyone wanted to sit on that chair. But one of the negatives was also that they needed more food options, you guys. Look at the food area. It was packed. I wanted to get a churro, and the churro line, look at this. Packed, you guys. And I actually stood in line for a while, but the line did not move. So that was the only negative thing of the event, that they needed more food options. This food truck right here had the best prices, especially if you had a big family. But again, we go back to the thing where there was just long lines for food. So if you come, eat before you come here, because if not, you're going to be spending a lot of time in line. In the middle of the event, they had a huge tree that you could take a picture with, and it was decorated so nicely. There were so many people taking pictures, and this was also included in that admission, you guys. This event ends on January 7th, so you still have 2 weekends to go, and I definitely recommend that you guys take advantage of it. This event was priced at $25, and I definitely think they could have priced it at $40 because there was a lot to do here, a lot to see, and a lot of different pictures for you to be able to take. So I think this event should have been priced at $40. But the fact that it was priced at $25 is amazing. I am not complaining. And they did a great job, because maybe because of the fact that this event was priced at $25 was the reason why there was a lot of people here. Because the event had been priced at $40, not a lot of families would have gone. If you're a family of 4, it's only $100 versus paying, $40. It would have been a lot more. So if you have an opportunity to go, I definitely recommend that you guys go. It is Thursday today, and you guys still have this weekend and the weekend after that to go. Even though Christmas is done, you guys saw that there is a lot more to do than just like holiday lights, right? If you're a person that likes taking pictures, definitely a good place to go take a bunch of different pictures so that you can post them throughout the year on your social media feed. So I definitely think that for $25, this event was underpriced. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a huge favor and hit that delicious like button down below. I make videos all over LA, and if you want to keep going on some awesome adventures with me and get my opinions, make sure to subscribe. I post 2 new videos every single week you're not going to want to miss. This was Dela Fox Checks, and I approve of Imaginarium.